conversation. Come on, come on.
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 Less conversation, little more action, please.
But this is just conversation.
Conversation.
With two dweebs. Two dweebs.
All right.
One dark room.
One room. One Vader.
One smell. Who is it? Nobody
Dude.
knows.
Sweet. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Welcome back to the 88th episode of the Sketchbook Heroes podcast with me, Ilias.
And me, Robert. Hello.
Exactly. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
In collabs with 21 Draw.
21 draw.
Yeah, so if you want to up your artistic superpowers,
Kapow!
then visit 21-draw.com.
Chickadee, chook, chookity, pa. Chookity, pa.
What was the name of that robot?
That's not a robot.
No.
It's
The robot, the friend. I mean, like the companion robot that
the
everyone
annoying
hates.
thing?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Chuck or Charlie or...
Oh fuck, I don't remember. Like it's something like normal, like Jeff, but it's not.
Isn't it Jeff?
No, is it?
It might
No,
be
I don't-
Jeff.
It feels like everyone's using the name Jeff for like that bland character.
Yeah.
This is Zoltan, Sarah, and Jeff.
We need to name our new friend. I haven't seen our new friend.
Holy shit! Yeah, we
I
have
just
a
saw that now.
big fucking skull in our studio that I've never seen before.
We thought we had big heads.
Yeah, that guy.
That
Yeah, we should
guy.
probably put some headphones on that guy and just
Yeah,
have
we
him
actually
there.
should. Yeah.
Just have him on the table.
Do you know anybody with a big head? Like,
That has big headphones?
no, I mean just like the name of somebody with a gigantic
Oh
head.
shit, no. The guy that plays Jaws in James Bond?
But he's just big.
It's just
What about
but
the?
if you compare his head with ours.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I'm thinking.
No, just the big head though?
You know, Willow.
Yeah,
Warren Davis. Warwick.
I don't remember
something.
his name.
Let's just call
Warwick.
him Willow.
Willow.
Because he's got a big head. Yeah, that's
All right.
bad.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So yeah.
Let's swoosh and swish.
Swoosh and the swish.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons. Even with beards and tattoos, they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook hero, imagination burning. Sketchbook hero, sketchbook hero, pick up the sketchbook hero. They all seem to have a new life. Sketchbook hero.
That was the worst swoosh and the swish
Yeah, that was terrible.
introduction to the
Yeah,
intro
to
that we
the
ever
intro
did. Yeah. But we did it. We're here. How are you?
I'm good. Just like last week, I feel like I've done nothing. It just feels like Mondays are the day that we do
It's
something.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
that. And I've just been feeling so like because the quarantine in Sweden isn't like an official thing. It's a recommendation basically, as far as I know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like all this non-interaction, like all this social distancing might be getting like, I don't know.
I think
to
it is
me a bit.
affecting
Yeah.
us. I mean, of course it will.
No, it will.
This is
It's
this
just
is like doing jail time, kind of.
No, but it's just like I just feel like bored like all the time and unmotivated for all the things.
It's so weird.
Yeah. But other than that, I am feeling good.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. No illness, no nothing.
No, nothing.
Still get to work and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
You know, every once in a while, a client reschedules, but no, I'm not feeling any of the repercussions so far.
The thing is, for me personally, like I don't even feel that it's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not that. It's just everyday life is getting really boring at the moment.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm like grateful that I can still go to work, without going to work. And
You still
and-
get to work.
yeah, but I can still work. Like I'm totally like I'm not affected by this at all.
yeah.
I'm just bored, and it's not something that you feel justified complaining about. Really, it's just
Not
like
at all. It's like
I
a
think
luxury
basically
thing.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the only I think hit that I've taken is that I'm unmotivated to do most things.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it doesn't matter if it's workout or if it's drawing or if it's like just like everything just feels
Yeah, lack of
a little-
motivation.
yeah, like
in general.
yeah, that is my biggest problem during the crisis. So I'm super thankful for that. At least,
Christos Anesti.
fuck that. Oh yeah, Easter. Thingy.
Easter.
Yeah, when we're recording this,
Yeah.
it's
Just after the
yeah,
Easter
after
weekend.
the Easter thing.
Yeah.
The Monday after the thing.
Did you
That
guys
is-
do anything
No.
like Easter egg hunt or?
Yeah, we
anything
did
like
that. We did that, but not so much about
No.
the Jesus or the
What do you give your kids? Like
candy.
just candy, or do you
Yeah.
give like a little gift as well?
Don't remember. Yeah, my son got Captain America, the most holy of Eastern symbols,
Ooh.
and then my daughter got LOL,
Nice. LOL.
Yeah.
What's LOL?
some doll thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, they
Do they laugh?
They do not laugh. They're
Thank
just like
God.
little baby-looking
Monsters?
No, just dolls, like little toys, I guess. Figurines. I don't know what they are.
Damn.
Garbage. That's what they are.
Garbage.
Expensive garbage. That's
Nice.
what they are. And my daughter never plays with them. She opens them. She enjoys the opening of them, like putting on their clothes and stuff. And then,
Well, you need to teach her the value of collecting toys and don't open anything anymore ever.
Yeah,
Just
ever.
look at it. Maybe touch it. Like
but then you don't know if you got the rare LOLs. The super epic ones, the legendary LOLs.
so you need to open it to know if it's a rare one.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Cause it says it on the inside. I burped.
That's such a dick move. Why would you put something like that inside a box?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
The
Torture.
LOL people.
Damn you, LOLs.
I don't know
Yeah.
who makes them or anything. It's just dumb.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's just so uninteresting. And it's just,
But I remember when I was a kid, I used to get like a thing, or like movies was it's always my thing. But I always got movies with my sort of Easter egg. So that's why I was asking.
yeah,
like,
yeah, my son always gets like a little toy.
yeah,
Like
because
Captain America.
this was sort of Anna's first time. Well, not celebrating Easter because we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
We had dinner, but first time getting like a proper Easter egg with stuff in it. And well, I'm used to giving out more gifts than candy. So candy is more like the base of it, and then you
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
gift in
just-
the middle of it. So I was just curious to see if it's like a normal thing, or if my family's just crazy.
No.
It feels like a normal thing.
It is a normal thing, at least in Sweden. I don't know how it works in the rest of the world, where everyone's a bit more
Well,
religious than we are.
I think Finland, they only get like candy.
Yeah, they just get vodka
Yeah.
surrounded by nothing.
Yeah. A knife, some vodka,
Some vodka.
and then there's just one egg in the middle of the room with some candy, and whoever
You wake
survives,
up in the snow with an egg beside you. That's all you have.
they have
And
to kill your
is in-
family, and the one who survives gets the candy.
gets the candy.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
that's,
Finnish enough.
Yeah,
More
And then
more.
into the sauna.
More Suomi. But yeah, no, but I like, we don't do anything. Like, if it wasn't for my wife buying some Easter-ish shit, I would not.
Easter-ish.
Easter-ish. It's just like the food and stuff, like I would not have bothered.
Yeah,
I've
no.
just ordered a burger and I would have been fine.
I wouldn't even have ordered a burger.
No, I
Uh,
wouldn't either.
Billy's Pizza. It's fine by me.
So yeah,
But yeah.
I put no value on Easter. Like, it's one of those like money grabbing holidays.
I don't really
Like
put
all
any.
the others.
Yeah, exactly. there's no
Just like-
big. What do you call it? Like holiday season thing.
Spirit,
Yeah.
like all that. It's just like
It's
the
gone.
same. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have nothing. Like, I do this stuff that we do for my kids. Like, we have fun since we're gonna be at home, but we probably would have done something other, like some like
Same.
fun. Yeah, but since everyone's talking about it, we just do something related to it, because that's like theming the thing we're gonna do.
Yeah. I mean, you can't rob your kids from those types of holidays.
No,
Like,
it's
they
like Halloween.
need. Yeah.
We celebrate Halloween. We actually go out and knock on
Oh,
doors
you
of
do?
people we know.
Nice.
because Halloween is not a thing in Sweden.
No.
But YouTube.
But it feels like it is growing. Like,
it is growing.
slowly.
It is growing. We have a lot of kids coming by.
Because we used to do that at Easter. Actually, that was our
yeah, exactly.
walking around and
we
giving.
didn't this year. Fuck that.
No.
Like,
what did we do? We like drew
you
greeting
just-
cards,
yeah,
or
exactly.
something like that.
You just drew like chickens
And
and,
try to get-
eggs, and then try to get candy and money
Yeah,
from people.
that's right.
That is horrible.
That's how we work.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
Where's my money?
But yeah, just a big thank you to Anna for fixing dinner and stuff over the
That's
Easter
always nice.
holidays. Really, yeah, amazing wifey. Even if she doesn't have a ring on the finger. No. Yeah, she's just making every day so much better than it could be. So I'm just very
That is
grateful.
awesome.
Very, very grateful. But it does suck being locked up inside. Like my patience is gone.
Oh yeah, same.
It's just like as soon as something bad happens or something that annoys me, I get so fucking angry. Like,
Mhm.
well, inside my head, not outside. I'm
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
quiet and brooding and being a bitch.
Mm-hmm. I just like went mental. Just like before the podcast last week, just like the day before, I think, or was it the day? I don't remember anymore. They're all the same. All the days are the exact same.
Yeah.
And it was just like I just got like you don't get that same alone time that you need to sort of reset.
Exactly.
So it's just like friction. Ah,
Yeah.
friction. Ah, it's just like so. Just leaving the house on Mondays at least.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I'm like excited. All that shit we talked about, like, oh, you have to get out of the house, and like, I'll fucking leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll run into Corona territory with licking things on the way. Like,
Save
that's
me.
See, but that's like
Yeah.
somebody save me. No, but so yeah.
Yeah.
But like we said, Sweden does not have a quarantine
Yet.
yet.
We'll
see.
Yeah. I think we're on our way. For sure.
Maybe.
Maybe. But
yeah.
yeah, so that's all the nothing that we've done. All of that nothing. But yeah. And that brings us into the
Today's-
something that we're
yeah.
talking about.
Since we all have a lot of time, we thought of talking about like what could make us better artists. And by us, I mean all of us. Us included.
I mean me.
Yeah. So we really just, I don't know, like I noticed that within my own development, the times that I've been like motivated to really push my art, the more that I've known what to do, the better it has been for the progression.
So in what way do you mean know what to do?
Just
Like what
it-
stuff to work on?
Yeah,
or-
exactly.
Okay.
Just like picking anything, basically. It's not about just like becoming a better artist, like because usually we get overwhelmed by all the stuff you need to learn. Like it's anatomy, it's this thing, it's that thing. You know,
it's
like,
everything.
It's
pretty much.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like,
shit.
where do you start? Oh, you broke it like I did.
That's all right. I can do this cool. Yeah.
But your mic is like hitting like the thing.
Yeah.
And it's like.
This is shit.
So I'm gonna pause and then you
Yeah.
can do.
Pause. Play? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Derp.
So we fixed Robert's mic and we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
But
yeah.
but basically it's just like finding something to improve on. It doesn't matter what it is. Like it could be something that you're already okay at but want to get better, or just something you want to change within your own style, or a new thing like cars or horses or whatever. Ugh.
Or maybe a new
Or medium.
tool. Yeah. Exactly.
And so just pick one and then just do that for a month. Like that really does help. Just being, and also it helps with, I think, art block in a way where you just like, when you do something for a long time, like sit at home or draw the same thing, eventually you'll get sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
You will probably have gotten better, but also you'll get sick of it and you want to do other things. Like you draw other things. Like, I don't have to draw cars anymore. I'll just go draw this thing that I've been wanting to draw for a whole month. You know what I mean? I think it really lends itself to keep that fire going.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about drawing, like pushing yourself for 8 hours a day all the time
No,
with
no,
no
no.
breaks. I'm just saying that every day for a month where you draw, you spend a little time, whether it be half an hour to an hour, just doing, the
That
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it really, like, my Inktober, I was drawing basically the same thing, adding one element, then just, like, drawing the same thing, adding an element, drawing one thing, and, and it really helped me learn and remember how to, like, since I was doing straight inks that I've never done, you really start, like, layering it in your head, and it gets easier with time.
Like everything.
Like everything, yeah. But I think it's really important to know and sort of analyze what you're doing, because that was the best part of that inking. It was very quick, and then I could be like, oh, next time I have to think about this. Like, think about it, like, all the time, so I don't accidentally draw on that part, and then I can't fix it again.
Did you notice that you were thinking about that stuff, though?
Yeah.
Because I'm really good at telling myself what to do and then just forgetting it straight away
No.
and never
Since
doing
they
it.
are so quick,
Yeah.
it's not, I don't have to hold the thought for that long.
No, you just implement it straight away, kind of. Yeah.
Exactly. So you draw the supporting stuff, and then on the next layer you've left that area empty, and then you add the thing, and then you can let that thought go, and then you can keep going.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I try to build it up, sort of like the character's there, and since nothing's going to be covering the character, then this thing is around the character in all the different layers, and try to keep that in mind. But it was some of them were that I was making the same mistake on several. Like I kept forgetting stuff.
Yeah.
But then eventually, after a couple of months of doing that, my mind was like, don't forget this, don't do that, remember your light source, remember this, blah, blah.
And that's the cool thing about it. Like, you keep thinking about a lot of stuff to try and get better, but once you get better, you don't think about stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It just happens.
It just happens. And that is the thing. That's why I think you need to think of how you practice things, because you'll get more out of the practice than like relying, like we said before, on just reference, for example. Because once the reference is out, you have nothing. Like, you have no personal drawing style at all, because you haven't developed it. So
yeah, that's interesting. I need to work, or still need to work on drawing female characters. That's like, it's been a while since I drew any type of woman. But I got a job the other week with like, this girl wanted a simple line art type, a girl looking over her shoulder.
Is that the tattoo thing that I saw?
Yeah,
I think so.
I posted it, at least. I don't know if you saw it, but yes.
I saw
if
it,
it was a woman with just
it
sort
was
of
a-
lines and then hard black shadows, that's it.
That one.
Yes. But so when I got the job, I was like, well, easy. I could do that like in my sleep. Then I started sketching out the woman, and it just looked shittier and shittier and shittier. Because I'm still like, my constant struggle with this is that I do too sort of hard, edgy shapes for girls, I'm just so used to drawing like male sort of superhero-ish type characters, very hard edges and just masculine, I guess.
Yeah.
So whenever I try to draw something remotely female, it's just, it just looks like, Caitlyn Jenner. I needed to look at a reference to get it right.
But I think that's like, because like, you can draw females with like hard lines, but then there's a balance, because there is a difference in the way that our bodies look.
Yeah.
And just like finding those subtle differences,
And that's it.
It's tricky.
So that's something that I know that I've known it forever, pretty
but
much.
we've talked about it a lot.
And I just
through the
never
years.
sit down and really do that type of work, because I'm lazy.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm the same way with the stuff that I can't draw for shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, you make a very valid point, and I would love to take that time to sit down and really do it. If it comes down to like a proper lockdown for us, I will do that. Like, because that's going to be the only sort of saving thing for me, I think. The only way to keep sane is to have some sort of goal to keep me motivated and do things every day. But yeah, for now, like seriously, I'm getting more business now again. I think I said this last time, but it is more people wanting tattoos now than normal.
Because you can sit at home and heal.
Exactly. Yes. That's why I tattooed myself. Which
nice,
was still stupid, you know. The only thing you have to do during these times is wash your hands as much as possible, plus put the alcohol on them.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have a tattoo there.
It's perfect.
It hurts, Elias. It hurts a lot.
All the time.
All the time. Yeah.
God damn.
But I do love it. Like right now it looks nasty as fuck.
Nah, from afar you don't see it.
But it is, it's really cool. I'm not going to say what it is. People will see it when they meet me at some point. I'm not putting it on social medias. I'm not doing anything. This one is for me and only for me.
I like that.
Yeah. Still geeky though. I can
It
spoil that much.
It is that.
All right. So apart from drawing cars and horses, what do you need to practice? Or do you have like
me
a
personally?
what's your lockdown sort of what do you call it? Itinerary? Like in case you if you get the time that you want now to progress and learn something.
The time, that's the thing. I have the time.
No, you don't. You've got Origins. That's what you got.
but no, it's not Origins. It's Odyssey.
Odyssey. Shit.
Origins is the previous one.
Ah, there you go.
But it's just no. It's just like I can't wind down to draw. Like after I finish that, like draw this in your style thing, I just haven't drawn anything. Like I just can't. I don't know. I'm just stressed about having time to draw.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it is so weird. It is such a like
we finally get time to draw.
Yeah.
And now we're stressing out over having time
but
to
I think
draw.
it's because
It's not routine.
yeah, it's not routine.
That's
yeah,
it.
it's outside of routine.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
very routine driven.
Me too. And that's I keep always
I don't think about it like that I am,
but you are.
but I am.
Yeah, because we're the same.
Yeah.
I keep blaming like OCD and stuff. I'm 100% sure I don't have any of that. But, you know, it does feel like that sometimes. You have your things and you want it to go sort of the way you expect it to go. And as soon as just something deviates from that path, you're like, what the fuck? No, I can't do it anymore.
But I like this. Like
it puts you out of your
comfort zone.
Yeah,
and
that's
into the quarantine zone.
safety zone.
Safety zone.
Safety.
Yeah. So it is a different beast, and I kind of like it. It's a self-exploration thing. Like I said, mine isn't major, but it is mentally weird. Like just like being out of your thing. And this week was way better than last week. Like
that's good.
How I handled it more than.
So not that many holes in the wall this week.
Exactly that. Like I
Nice.
haven't gone mental this week like I did last week. Like like when you've gone mental, like you get so frustrated and it all just comes out at the same time, and then you feel bad.
Well,
Because
for me, it never comes out. That's the thing.
Okay, no.
It just builds and builds, and it's still building. Like, yeah. Oh, so many things.
This week I've been so zen that I've been too zen. Just like the thing with being zen is that it's boring. You know what I mean? Like everything is just mellow and like what did you do? Like everything.
I did
that I've
everything
done
and
this
nothing.
whole week. Yeah, but that's basically
Yes.
it. I'm one with everything. Everything is cool.
And everything is nothing.
Yeah, no, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Everything is nothing, basically. It's just like, yeah, it's just boring.
Who knows? Maybe we'll all come out of this like super Zen and Buddhist.
Yeah, exactly. No, we'll see. And that's what made me think about just like doing something to get better at it. And then I thought about like, oh, well, there's a topic for today. Like, it's a pretty simple one. I think we've said, like most things, we've said this before. But it's just because the thing is people are like, oh, you don't have time to draw. Like, I have time to draw. Yeah. I've just chosen to play video games
instead
because I need to sort of.
Well, you need to play video games.
Yeah, no, but I just need to like we talked before the podcast is that the only problem I'm having with this is that I don't have enough time inside my own head.
Yeah.
It's like being outside, doing the thing with my wife, then playing with the kids, then doing the kids' things, making them dinner, making this, and then doing it's just
Yeah.
like all the time because you're there. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like there's
Exactly.
no like, okay, I'm just gonna go outside. I could do that, but that's boring.
Yeah,
And
you don't want to
then you
be sort of mean or rude or anything.
No. But
too-
I'm very like open about that. I'll go to my gym and work out, but it's not the same thing as leaving and
Exactly,
being gone.
because you're still there.
you're still there.
Yeah.
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 So and then I get back into it so fast. Like before I had those train rides, and that time to just land.
Yeah.
And they were just my time, unless some asshole came on the train and talked to me.
Mm.
No, but seriously, it's just that I'm very comfortable being alone.
Yeah, me too.
Like I don't really mind this whole like situation that's happening here, as long as I can be alone.
Yeah, we
Like,
need our space.
Yeah, I need that, and you too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we
yeah.
need that alone time, a lot of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because I thought it would be like it'd be okay for me to just take my time sort of at night and see my stupid movie or play video
Yeah.
games and stuff, but it's not like, yeah, I feel it feels forced in a way, and it's not something that I sort of. Well, of course I want to do it, but not in the same way. God, this is hard to explain, like the
No,
way
but
I
I
feel
think-
about
yeah.
it. But yeah, it's not the same. It's not the
And
same.
it's also like the way that you feel when it comes to this stuff is not that it's only hard to explain. It's just that it is weird, like the
Yeah.
way that you feel, and it's not always. It doesn't make sense
Exactly.
to yourself.
It's
So telling it
yeah.
out loud is even weirder.
Exactly.
Because you can't justify the feeling. You know what I mean? Like, why do I feel like this? This shouldn't be a problem.
Exactly.
Like I could watch it like movies by myself and get a bigger satisfaction than watching it with my family
Mhm.
because it's alone time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's
exactly.
a different type of watching movies.
Yeah.
So it's doing the same thing, but the feeling is weird, different.
Yeah.
Like it's just weird.
Exactly. Exactly that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I do that every day,
Mhm.
anyways. So
No, but that's what I mean.
yeah, it's just strange times.
Strange times indeed.
Yeah.
But perfect time to get better at shit. So
That's it. All right.
so,
So
yeah.
going back to that question.
was
So
the
what would you
focus on?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know. Like the thing I've been focusing on lately is just trying to produce faster.
Okay.
Like trying to learn things about the way that I work so that I have one way where I produce like a machine
Mm-hmm.
and then one way where I just, I let it take time and just, like experiment and just let it like go the way it goes, like not analyze too much.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find those two ways, and I've been doing that for a couple of months, but I don't feel like I'm getting there fast enough. So I need to like step back, analyze, and then,
Have you tried anything different? Like just any type of new material after you did the gouache thing?
No,
'Cause-
not at all. I bought gouache, and
Mhm.
then I never touched it.
Well, maybe revisit that. Then.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, if you wanted to, because we were talking about maybe having a few, like multiple projects going at once.
Yeah.
Maybe have that as one of them.
Mm-hmm. No, I have like an Instagram challenge, our own,
Mm.
and that's been the worst. I really want to do something, but I just feel like I'm like just erasing it. But it's all the drawing.
Yeah.
I tried just making a simple, like the Link ones or the Oppa ones.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing there. Like I can't. Like I could produce another one that looks exactly the same, but I don't want to do that.
No.
Like I want something that feels right to me, So
Fresh.
yeah, but I don't want to do it just to post it.
No.
I want to do something that I feel okay about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether you think it looks the same, it feels different to me. Like that. That's what I'm after. So I've been super low on all the social medias, but I'm just trying to. Yeah, I'm starting a lot of projects at the same time now. So I'm gonna do ours. I'm gonna do the
Fan art challenge.
fan
I
art.
think?
Yeah, six fan art. 6 fan arts, I think it's called.
Yeah, that's it.
And then I'm also, gonna do some other stuff on the side, like traditional, because I got some from there's a Swedish art supplier
Mm-hmm.
that got me some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't fucking remember their names.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, it's something on P. That
Mhm.
much I get, and I've been saying it like a lot. But
Pen store.
no, it's not Pen Store this time. It's Paleta Art, I think. And they're like an art, like they sell 2 stores.
Oh, okay.
So they sent me some like watercolor stuff, papers and sketchbooks by Handmule to try out.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna check that out
Nice.
at some point. Which is fun.
That's
It's
awesome.
fun to check that stuff out, like new art materials. And yeah,
Cool.
that is what I'll be doing in the days to come, hopefully, if I don't like just keep playing video games,
Which you will.
which I will.
Yeah.
It's so much easier
So much easier.
right now. It's so much easier.
So much more fun.
But I think something to take from this, though, is that we all have time to draw, but sometimes it is really fucking hard
Yeah.
to like invest the time. So don't complain about not having time.
Because you do.
Make time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can always
you
find
can
time.
always find some time.
And
It's-
that's something that we keep spitting out. It is very hard to implement though into your normal life because we
Fucking
as
hard,
people
yeah.
are very
procrastinatory.
that
That's
yes,
not a word, but that's exactly
now
it.
it is.
Now
yes.
it is.
We are too convenient.
Yeah.
We love not doing things, and
Yeah.
this is doing things.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah,
that's why I-
suck it up. If you want to get better,
Yeah.
you need to activate yourself. And this is pretty much me just trying to tell myself this.
Yeah,
So-
of course, dude. That is exactly what I was reading into it.
Yeah. I need to help myself
Mhm.
out here.
But for example, the thing you have with the female characters,
Mm-hmm.
I would just draw, like break that down. Don't draw the full body for
Okay.
now. Just like focus on the faces.
Mm-hmm.
Just draw them until the shoulders, to get those like little things.
Yeah.
And then just do that over and over and over. And then maybe draw the same one.
Yeah.
So you draw one version of it, then you draw like the exact same. And with the iPad, I would just like, if you don't want to draw them from scratch every time, you could just, like do the first sketch, then like pull down the opacity, make a layer on top, then fix your mistakes.
Okay, yeah.
And then pull down the opacity and then do another like pass over it until you feel like, fuck, now it fucking looks like, like the chin isn't that sharp or like square or something. And then you keep, like adding
Until you
that-
get to...
until you get to the point where, because you could do that forever, which is a trap. But I think for this exercise, it might be a good way of just, like without having to redraw it, you just address the stuff that you've done.
Yep.
And then you let that go for a while. You focus on another area. And then you come back to that sketch again later and just see if it still looks female to you. You know what I mean? Like that you feel that you didn't put all those like men attributes that you usually do.
Especially with shoulders, yeah.
Yeah, shoulders, chins, like it's just subtle things, but they do make and break it, like.
Oh, yeah.
And I love putting like masculine traits to my female characters.
Yeah.
But I have to do it to a certain degree
I mean,
before I break it,
Yeah.
and I make it into a dude basically.
Exactly.
And-
it's a fine line.
Yeah, and I think like the thing is I don't mind my male characters looking female or vice versa, but I want it to be deliberate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want to control the spectrum of where my character lands. I don't want it to be a fluke. Like, oh, look, she turned out pretty, or
Yeah.
she turned out like a witch, and it's a mistake every time. It's
exactly.
like I don't want that. I want it to like I want to have that creative control.
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, happy accidents are all well and good,
of
but
course, yeah.
you can't just rely on happy
On
accidents.
happy accidents
No.
every time
No,
you draw
no.
something. Yeah, and that's why I like doing that. Like I draw it, I like pull down the opacity, I pass over it, and then I keep going until I'm satisfied.
Good tip. Thanks.
And sometimes even with characters that have gear on, I'll do the sketch of the character with like minimal clothes or not at all, and then I'll just build the gear on top of that on a new layer, and then once I find what works, and I'll keep, like let's say you do like let's say they have like a robot torso, then I just draw the robot torso on top of the original sketch and try to keep some of that the flow
The
that I
female
had.
curves,
the
I guess.
curves or
Yeah.
the whatever it is, without focusing on the breasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just like, because that's usually what people try to get in. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's an armor, so the armor needs boobs, But you try to like build on top of that the feeling rather
Exactly.
than like just the breast or just because there's like the ribs. There's stuff that you could just like push a little in the
Exactly.
armor and then it looks like
I'd say
like
it's
a
more like hips and shoulders rather than boobs and ass.
Yeah, I think so. And you can see it really good in the game that I'm playing right now with the female character.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But they've done, like, there's armor with boobs for both characters, that has, like chest.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not, like boob armor that looks like big boobs. It's just subtle.
Yeah.
But they've also have the ones that don't have anything.
Mm.
And they still manage to make, Cassandra look female.
Okay.
So that's what I like about it. And most of the armor, it doesn't have cleavage. Like, it's none of that. Like,
Okay.
It doesn't, like, they've really just tried to make armor.
So it's
for
not like
armor's sake.
Wonder Woman.
No, it's not like
the Amazon.
Not at all. Like, there is one that the midriff shows,
Mm.
but that's it.
Oh, yeah.
And the dudes have the same clothes as well. So it's those weird, like, skirt-looking,
More like that type of gladiator.
Yeah, exactly.
look.
And both of them have. It's
Yeah.
not like the women have those, and then the men have, like, long armored
Yeah.
chainmails and shit. So it is very, like, it feels like you can, like, it feels right. It feels like they've focused on the right thing. And it's always very tricky. But I guess, like, just going back to the tip, I think just lowering the opacity over your sketch and just keep going with that is a really good way to keep, like, learning from yourself,
Yeah.
basically. And don't expect, or you don't even have to push it to finish. Like, just learn what you're doing wrong and then just, like, move on.
Okay.
Just make another one.
Fair enough. I
Mhm.
will do that.
I think that I like that way of drawing.
Mm.
I've even drawn, like, faces where I do the same. Like, I've gotten the basic skull shape that I like, and then I just want to, like, redraw the eyes, and I do that on a layer on top. Like, I've placed the eyes, with the base sketch,
Yep.
and then I just try, like, making the eyes flat on the top or flat at the bottom, or just, like, playing around with, like, different eye types
Yeah.
on the same thing. So it is a nice way of drawing without messing stuff up.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I need to practice pretty much all of that stuff because, I mean, anytime I draw anything for myself now, it's just a portrait of somebody.
Yeah, of
So
somebody.
I don't really draw any characters or anything from my head straight to
Mhm.
paper anymore.
I love that.
So, yeah, now, especially after doing the Sketchbook Heroes quarantine challenge thing.
No, but that one is perfect. Like,
But yeah, that's sort of when I rediscovered that, oh yeah, I could do sort of comic book characters. Like, I totally forgot I did this stuff.
yeah.
And it felt good. Like, it's
It
fun.
was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really fun piece with a lot of elements
That's
to
it.
it. And
Yeah.
I can't make that in mind right now. I'm just like, I get to the base sketch and then I'm like, no, not feeling it.
All right. What else can we utilize or practice or evolve in terms of us as artists during this dark time?
I think keeping it simple is, like, super important so it doesn't become a chore. Because if it becomes, like, if it is turning on, waiting 5 minutes, then blah, 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 starting your Photoshop, blah, blah, blah. If it's a long process, it's not going to happen. So keep it super simple.
Yeah. It
Like
needs to be
ballpoint
quick.
and
Yeah.
sketch pad that just beside you wherever you sit. Like, watch a movie, sketch a little. I would say, like, keep it accessible.
Yeah.
Like, very, very accessible because you're going to be fucking bored. I know I am.
Mm-hmm.
And but I think one other thing that I was thinking about, but one thing, try to learn about, like, the simple geometry of the thing you're drawing,
Mm-hmm.
and because it's so much easier to reproduce it if you understand it. Because just drawing, from a photograph, just like as you see it, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But could you recreate that thing, whatever the object is, if it's a person or an inanimate object lying
Yeah.
around your house, could you recreate it?
What if you wanted it twisted a different way in
Exactly.
the environment that you're drawing or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to know what you're drawing. That's
Mhm.
100%. Another fun thing about, or another fun way, I would say, to do just a new way to draw stuff that Björn told me about at the shop is next time you try to draw something from reference, try to draw everything around the thing that you're going to be drawing
Mhm.
instead of focusing on the thing you're
Oh, the
drawing.
thing that you draw.
Just try to see the thing you are drawing as a shape in the middle
Like a
of
negative.
of all the things that you need to draw, and then it'll slowly sort of build itself up. And that's a challenge that I've taken upon myself to do in the future sometime when I can be fucked to do it. But it sounded really interesting, just like, yeah, let's say, because now we have Darth Vader here on the table, but just looking at all the shapes that you have around Darth that would create Darth Vader, nice and slowly. I think that would be an interesting way to build a piece. See what happens.
I've never done that.
Sort of work the opposite way.
Yeah, basically the thing you're drawing is the negative space.
Yeah.
Just like it's nothing. It's just that.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. So I said I
such
would
a
try
hard
it.
time in my head just wrapping
I think
my head around it.
That's more of if you paint in oils.
Yeah.
I think that's how they look at reference and stuff to get it out quick and fast, which is the same
that
word.
might be cool. That's still something I want to learn. But
Yeah,
I have
oils,
no place for it. Like
Fuck, I got oils from Anna this Christmas, so I haven't even broken the pack yet.
that's why I love like when bouquet paints. I'm just like, yes, it's that simple.
No.
It's not. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I've seen people mess around that are not that good, and then as soon as they get to like the eyes or something, just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's ruined.
Yep. Exactly. And that's how I feel now every time I set a pen to paper or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, fuck. Why the fuck do we have to reach these goddamn art blocks or whatever you want to call them? It's not an art block.
It's not an art block.
No, because we are creating.
Yeah.
We're doing stuff and we want to do
But
stuff.
it's just like
But it's-
when you like try to push where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
think, and that leads me to another thing you should think about when trying to improve. Like, except keeping track of, like, learning the things you're drawing so you can redraw them and whatever else we said before that. I also think just not being afraid to suck.
Yeah.
I think that is what's holding most people back. And it was one of my biggest fears, or still, like,
Yeah, it
sucking.
still is.
It's
I think.
but I think I can do more with this. Like I can control it a little more now than I could back then.
Well, we give less fucks nowadays too.
I think so. I think that comes with age. Just
yeah.
like not giving a fuck. You don't have time to care.
Exactly. But when I do something that is a little bit more personal or maybe even just a little bit bigger that takes a longer time to do, that thing just creeps in, and every little mistake you see, you start getting worried, and that sort of slows you down, and you get more and more careful, and then it sort of infects your brain like a fucking coronavirus.
Yeah. No, I get that. Like the further in I get, the slower I get, basically, because I'm trying to save it. But I've gotten better. I've gotten way better. Like I've messed up a lot of shit.
I mean, you can always kind of save it,
And if you can't, who cares?
Exactly.
Like, that's why I don't like when, like, if I'm going to draw on a canvas and stuff, I need to know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, because you might not be able to afford to waste canvases. Now, I could, to some extent, waste canvases, but it's not like I could go, like drawing paper or, like the way I do on iPads. Like, oh, no.
Exactly.
Just like, I couldn't waste them like that. Like,
No.
So
utilize the iPad as much as you can.
As much as you can.
Save the trees. But no, I think I want to go back to paper a little bit more again. Like I've been bouncing between my the big poster and my iPad now.
Yeah.
But I do miss the Purpur sketchbook.
I love it.
Or just the Purpur's paper in general. And just pen to paper. I think. So I think when I get home today, I'll...
I know your body better than you do. I actually just...
You brought the pens.
I haven't drawn with Copics in ages.
But you're back with them.
I have the warm grays plus the warm gray liner plus the pocket brush. Just love it. Nice.
Yeah,
And
mine's bigger than yours.
We're comparing pens. Yeah, I'm trying not to bring that thing along. Just be more selective because it weighs a ton.
Get my Copics.
Yeah, because I love the pencil sound in the mic. This is our like SMR or whatever the fuck it's called.
Stop touching yourself.
But it is just like I also want to do like a little more like sketching and just like keeping it loose.
Yes.
But I think it's just you need to focus on one thing. It doesn't matter what it is. Don't think about like the whole universe of drawing, like
No.
that big infinity. Like it's just like it's overwhelming. So just choose a thing, whatever it may be, and then just draw it for the rest of the month. Just like try to hone in on that
Yeah.
and break it down into parts so that you can actually draw it. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you can't draw the whole horse, break down the horse into parts, like big parts, and then
Penis.
start refining. Yeah, exactly. Penis. That makes a lot of sense. And just like try to make it so that you can draw it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what an art master said. Like, there are a lot of tips out there. Try to find the ones that work for you. It doesn't matter if there's like this awesome class out there that is the best class if it doesn't speak to you.
Exactly.
Like, if that information doesn't reach you and you don't take up that pencil, it's not going to do it for you. Like, it doesn't matter how good it is if you're at that time not ready to like get that info in.
Yeah.
So
And that goes without saying,
without
really.
saying, yeah. But
Yeah.
I think sometimes we forget. We're just like, oh, I need to pay the, 10,000 crowns or $1,000 or whatever the fuck the course is.
Yep. Yep.
And then you're just like, oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't want
wanna
to
do
do
this.
this. Yeah.
Mm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a huge mistake, basically. Yeah. And-
that's exactly it.
And we're artists. We're not exactly swimming in cash.
No.
There's like 5 of us that are, and then there's the rest of us. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like so save your cash and do it at the mental level that you are at the moment.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good tips. All right. Anything else? How do we break down becoming a better artist in general?
In general,
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, without just polishing your style or your craft,
Mm-hmm.
what else can you do to evolve as an artist? We talked a little bit about it before, but like breaking your pattern and going outside of your box
Yeah, of course.
and trying different materials. I mean, for me, growing as an artist is learning more tips and tricks.
yeah,
and
of course.
the more you know, the better you are. And that goes, again, without saying, and for pretty much everything in life. So you should never stop learning stuff,
Mhm.
because that's pretty much just early retirement.
Yeah. But I have one for that one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hit me.
So whatever it is that you keep drawing over and over, like it doesn't matter where you're doing it. Let's say your iPad is your favorite tool and you have this specific style or character that you draw a lot. Now try to take that skill and transfer it into watercolor or transfer it into markers or,
Yeah.
oils. But draw that same thing. I don't want you to like reinvent a character for this thing.
No.
I just want you to use the thing you know and then try to translate it into another medium.
Yeah.
Because that really teaches me a lot, at least personally. When I
Yeah.
went from these black and white Zelda pieces to actually painting them, like they started feeling flat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these look so flat. And as soon as I put color to them, it gets super transparent how flat they are.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no depth to them and I have to like create that somehow. And I think you lose some of the sort of like the 3D-ness to them. They're like I said, like super flat. Like the trees don't feel like it goes around all the way.
No, it's just
And-
a colored blob.
It's
Yeah.
a black blob of things, yeah. And it's just because I'm starting to translate it into color in some areas. So the areas that I haven't colored yet, they just look meh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is a fun challenge. It'll it'll open your eyes up to other problems with your inking or whatever else you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool too. I've seen this guy that I follow on, like we became friends on Facebook somehow, and now we are, like encouraging each other. Like when you post something, like, oh, this is super cool, and he's a Swedish guy called like I think Henrik Rosenborg. He does these like awesome characters like goblins and monsters and stuff. And he has all these like little details to them, that make up the skin like cracks and like
Wrinkles and
stuff.
Okay.
And they all have these like little intricate little fucking things all over. And then he's like, I'm gonna try to do that with like traditional mediums.
Mm-hmm.
And he's there, but he's not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I see that it's his stuff. Like you recognize it immediately. But it's not as intricate as his digital
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
But he's getting there with some pieces. You're
Okay.
just like, yeah, this motherfucker. And that's super fun to see that he manages to like really like get that digital thing that he created, and now he's doing it with his traditional things. And I think that'll like feed back into his digital art again, you know, and make that even better.
Yeah,
Because he's like, oh, that thing I created with the watercolors, maybe I can do that
exactly.
with digital. And just like, you might not see it, but I think like all in all, it'll just like raise the bar.
Yeah, for sure.
So it is really fun.
Nice. Yeah. God, now I want to do everything.
Yeah, I want
God
to
damn it.
pull out my pen pastels again and
Mhm.
try those out.
I haven't even fucking given those an honest try, man. Shit. I have.
They're nice for like putting the base in.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
it goes really fast. Like I love that. Like anything I can just like smear on something and just get a base. Oh, I love it.
maybe that's what I should do for the 6 fan art thing. Just to
How
do it.
big are you gonna make those like boxes? Because you're going traditional. That's my problem. Like how big a size?
You know what? I think I'm gonna go just like A5, like
Oh shit! Super small.
Yeah.
For all of them, like, or just for
just
each?
For each.
Oh, okay.
So I'll
for
do
each.
one on one,
Oh, and then cut them
and
together.
then
okay,
and then
okay.
just scan them in. I
Yeah.
think probably rework them a little
Yeah,
bit
I was like,
to
scan.
save them before I post them.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. This is probably gonna change on my way home.
Yeah.
But yeah, in my head now, I think that's how I want to work and try the pan pastels on that,
Mm-hmm.
and then just see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
The tough part about this challenge is choosing.
Oh yeah, fuck. I
Yeah.
haven't even read mine yet.
Yeah, no, well, last time I checked, I had over 20 different characters,
Mhm.
and they were all awesome. Like, I don't think there's one character on the whole list that I was like,
Have you gotten
no.
one that you keep getting a lot?
No, so far everybody's written something different.
Really?
So they're kind of, I think they're looking through the list, like they're all reading,
Okay, yeah.
because I don't get like a billion comments.
Neither do I, dude.
So, but it's very interesting, and it's fun because you can really see the different age groups. So you have like us old school peeps giving sort of Vampirella or
Oh shit. Yeah, I haven't
you
gotten
know, very very old school sci-fi cool stuff, and then you
Mhm.
have the newer generation with like tips of there was this new character that I didn't even know about in the Supernatural show,
Oh
like
shit.
Lucifer's kid, whatever his name was.
Lucifer's Kid?
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like a band. Lucifer's Kid.
Lucifer's kid. But yeah, so it's really fun. A lot of stuff or people, characters that I've never heard about. So
Same. A lot of that.
it's good. Again, like the more you know, the richer your life is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be, I want to do, well, at least 2 characters that I've never heard about and just go nuts with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll see, probably mostly go for nostalgia favorites. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's what I have one that I really, or 2 that I really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest, I'm just like, I'm going to read through them and see. But the one I've gotten the most requests for is Saitama.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I
I've
got
never
that
posted
today.
anything about One Punch Man at all. And I've gotten like, I think 4.
Damn, he's such a boring character.
That's
though.
what I said. Like
Like-
everyone wishes for the character with least character.
It's like it's a bowling ball with a
He's not
yellow
even the
suit.
ball. He's the pins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it.
It's like an upside down pin. I don't know.
Fuck. Yeah. So I'm not gonna draw Saitama.
No, what? No, I want to draw Snake Plissken
Ooh.
because I gotten 2 requests for that.
Oh, that's
And I
cool.
really want to, like, because I've never drawn one of those like hardcore dudes.
You know that I actually put the DVD into the PlayStation yesterday?
Oh, you did?
LA,
Nice.
Escape from LA. because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking see it.
LA and New York, right?
Yeah, New York was the first one,
Yeah.
and then LA was the 90s one,
Mhm.
which is so horribly awesome. So yeah, just fun fact. Snake Plissken is probably the coolest character on the planet.
I love it.
Fuck, I wanted to draw. When you said snake, I thought of snake. Solid snake. There you go.
Solid snake sounds so weird now that I said it out loud.
Solid snake.
Yes, snake. So disgusting. Story.
Yeah. But I want to do like a legit Metal Gear Solid poster, like a bigger one at some point.
Awesome.
Always getting these really cool ideas now that I don't have time to do them.
Of course.
Yes.
And then when you have time, you won't. Like, you don't
No,
want to
it's
do
going to
any
be,
of them. Yeah.
I've forgotten it already. Yep. Not going to write it up.
But I think that's what I have. I think another way of like improving is just joining like these challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could join our after the quarantine one where you draw a self-portrait of yourself and you can implement the thing that I talked about. Like you do the base sketch of yourself and then you just like you improve it by pulling down the opacity and drawing over it on a new layer.
Yeah, so you sort of trace your own thing and try to just tweak it and improve it.
And flip the canvas to see what's not working and then improve it on the top layer and then you just keep adding to it and then just like add your stuff, your gear, whatever that would be. I'm a minimalist. I don't know what kind of fucking gear. I would just not bring anything.
Yeah, no. It was actually kind of difficult.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
you
know
got
what to...
tons of shit in, dude.
I just let the pen do its work,
Yeah.
really. I didn't think about
I've
anything.
just put too much pressure on myself right
Yeah,
now.
don't.
I'm just like,
It's a stupid
I know,
challenge.
I know.
Just keep it stupid.
I can't.
But on that subject,
Yeah.
I'll dive into the thing now. And
Yeah, because the thing is, I don't have anything else. Like, the way to improve is just find one thing and then just try to, like, dissect it.
Yeah.
Break it down into chunks that you understand and then take it from there, basically.
Yeah.
And I think do that always as much. Like, it doesn't have to be a big deal. Just do it.
Yeah.
Simple.
I mean, it's obvious. You need to keep improving. Otherwise, what's the point? We keep saying that too. But yeah, hopefully you got some good tips here. I think we'll go and move on to the tool segment and we'll talk a little bit more about the different challenges and stuff that we've got going now. All right?
Yeah.
So swooshity
Swooshity
swoosh.
swoosh.
Yeah, swooshy swoosh. Swoosh.
Swoosh.
What did they say in the movie?
Jesus. Oh, I don't remember.
We just fucking saw
Yeah, I know. But old. Yeah, it was simple, right?
Shibby.
Shibby.
Yeah, Shibby.
Shibby.
Yeah. So Shibby and we're back. So tools. I just wanted to do this little thing that I got from Thomas, or actually from Thomas' wife Angelica, I think her name is.
Like what? Which
Yes.
Thomas?
Thomas Forselius.
Forselius, cool.
Yes.
Mr. Forselius.
Our old good friend Thomas. So
I know Thomas.
I did.
Miguel.
I drew like line work for the challenge that we have, the after the quarantine thing, and then for people that were a little bit too lazy or just very bored, I offered them the line work so they could color it themselves. And a couple of people have done it. It's really fun to see just people going nuts with it. And one of those people is Thomas's wife, Angelica.
What?
Yeah, so she's
painted?
Yeah, I think she still is.
Okay.
But it's just awesome that she's doing it. She's never listened to the podcast. She has no idea who we are. And so the more she was coloring in the piece, she's like, "But why? What's this?" And what? Like so many questions started popping. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" So I just wanted, because I got the whole list of questions from her.
Oh my god.
So I just wanted to quickly sort of go through the little Easter eggs and stuff that I have that she's asked about. And this is in Swedish, so I'll translate in my head, and it might sound a little bit weird. But so, without further ado, here's Angelica's questions for the stupid art piece that I've done. Number 1, why does he have 4? No, not
the fanny packs.
The fanny packs. Why does he have 4 fanny packs? Well, fanny packs are an awesome way to store stuff. And if you don't want to wear, too much baggage, why not 4 fanny packs? No, it just started with I wanted to have a fanny pack on, and I thought it was ridiculous. So I added another one, and then another one, and then that escalated. So
4 fanny packs aren't ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like, it isn't ridiculous as 1.
And they are filled with whatever you want them to be filled with. So there's no actual point other than me looking ridiculous. Plus Ilias has one. Why 3 headphones?
It's like 4. Why?
Yeah, why?
3. Why?
Exactly. Yeah. I think that one goes without saying, because, Ilias' bicep is big enough to be its own person, so that needed headphones. He needs his headphones, but then obviously his neck needs to, stay warm, so headphones. No, Ilias always wears his headphones. I just wanted to make a mockery and fun thing about that, because everybody knows what Ilias looks like, except Angelica. And then she wrote, so why does the dog have a gas mask? Well, then, so this is a conversation between Thomas and Angelica after that, and he's yelling at her, it's a cat. And then she's like, that's nonsense. Maybe it's a fox. Like, a fox tops. Like, it's not a fucking cat. Yeah. And then apparently she's not a cat person, is what he's saying. But yeah,
it does look like a cat, though.
See?
Fucking
Yeah.
looks like a cat. I just
Thank you.
double-checked. I was like, doesn't it look like a cat?
I think it looks like a cat. And that was just, seriously, I didn't think about anything with the anatomy of it, but it's your cat. Well, kind of.
Casper, yeah.
Yeah, Casper the cat. Why? If I'm wearing my little hamster, Ilias needs his companion too. So Casper the cat had to come along, and you don't want to kill Casper, so he's got the gas mask. It's just common sense, Angelica. And then why does he have an animal on his head? Where else would I have the animal? Seriously, that's a stupid question. If we survive the corona, why are there aliens? What kind of question is that? Why wouldn't there be aliens?
There's always aliens.
Yeah, haven't you seen Men in Black? 1, 2, 3, now 1 again?
1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1! Come on!
But yeah, no, aliens, because why the fuck not? I thought...
It's after the quarantine. We're fucking batshit insane.
Exactly. No, I am 100% sure this is all like a big alien conspiracy, and it's their virus, and they're just slowly trying to thin us out and then make us into hamburgers. And then... Did I lose all of my shoes? No, I did not lose all of my shoes, but I felt like I wanted to be barefoot, but not barefoot. And the thing for the whole thing...
Should have drawn bare feet.
Yeah.
Barefoot.
Yeah. But, yeah, she's continuing the thing and saying that toilet paper is the worst choice as a shoe option, which... I wouldn't really argue with that. I think it's very stupid. But that's also why I drew the toilet paper shoes.
Of course.
Because I just wanted to make it
Same
very,
goals.
very stupid and funny. Plus, we had to have the toilet paper in there. So, and before I had drawn in the toilet paper in the background, that was sort of the first toilet paper stuff that I did. So there you go. And if everything is over, where are you going with all the toilet paper? And then in all caps, I don't understand. So many questions, so little time. That's it. Yeah, sorry for that very confusing segment, but I just thought it was very funny to have somebody that's completely out of our little bubble just sort of scanning through and going through this image and, just asking questions.
Yeah, it's all just nonsense to her.
Yes, but why not toilet paper?
Yeah,
we need it. We always need it. It's a luxury thing. I remember
Toilet
being in
paper
the army,
flip-flops.
like when you didn't have toilet paper and you had to go to the bathroom, that was never a good day, So having toilet paper just makes every day a good day. That's the reply right there. Yeah. So Angelica, thank you for coloring in us beautiful boys.
Looking forward to seeing that one.
Keep working on it. Yeah.
And awesome work, Thomas, on the one.
Oh,
you
yeah.
did
Yeah, thanks so much for sending that through. And I posted it without even asking because I just assumed you wanted some publicity.
Like in your story, right?
Yeah.
I always post them. I don't ask.
No. When everything's finished and I've gotten sort of all of them in, I will do a collected post at some point to show it all off. But at this point, just giving everybody sneak peeks.
Yeah, I wanted to paint it as well, but I just never got around to it because of the anxiety of drawing it.
But yeah, it is actually, when I started painting it, because I drew just the line work stuff first, didn't realize how difficult it kind of was to paint because it doesn't give a lot of room to sort of go nuts with the different colors. It's not, or I don't know, maybe it does, but
maybe it depends on how you decide to paint it. I think.
Maybe. I don't know. I felt kind
I would
of
just
locked.
do paint.
Locked in.
I would I would use the lines as a guide for blocking the colors, and then I would paint on top of those as well.
Yeah.
I think that's how I would do it, just to get like because you have the spaceship lighting, and it could be like really cool to have those hit, so the lines disappear.
Yeah, exactly.
Then maybe keeping some of that.
And that's sort of what I want. I didn't want people to not sort of draw on top of the lines or anything, which is, so if you wanted to do this after hearing this crazy person ask all these questions, if you wanted to do this, I have the artwork with the background and without the background. So you could do us with any type of background you want as well, which would be a lot of fun to see. But I mean, there's no rules here.
No.
Go crazy with it. And I would love to see your color interpretation of this. It doesn't have to be now.
No.
Anytime in the future.
Yeah.
Because that would be really fun to see as well. Just because you're good with the colors. I'm not really the color guy.
I love those.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much easier to just go in and paint.
Yeah.
But it isn't.
No.
It's just that if I have to draw something from scratch, that's harder for me. Because sometimes I'm just like that. The threshold feels so high.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, I need to climb this threshold to get in.
Yeah.
And just start drawing.
I feel that too. What was I going to say? Probably some bullshit. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so that was a little derail kind of segment of the challenge.
But I guess we could just, like, if you don't want to paint us, you could always draw yourself.
Yes.
And the only thing we had was, like, you've been in quarantine and you're finally let out. What happened to the world is entirely up to you. If it was invaded by aliens, if Trump or China took over, if nothing happened, it's all up to you.
Yeah.
But whatever happened, whatever you decide, something happened to you.
Yeah.
If it was mentally, you've been affected mentally, physically, however. You just decide. Bring 3 things that you would not leave behind if you
had to leave your house. Yeah.
To your post after quarantine apocalyptic world or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
What would you bring? Also add toilet paper.
Also add toilet paper.
Super
Angelica.
important. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, have fun with it.
Yeah, it is
That's
a
all we
fun
want.
challenge, yeah. And don't do what I'm doing and feel the pressure.
Feel the pressure.
Come on, game artist,
Yeah. So, but if you don't want to do that challenge, there is a new one that is very popular on the line. That I thought we would just dive into a little bit, maybe talk about.
We did mention it before.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But it's the
Six fan arts.
6 fan arts. Safe.
Yeah, so just like if you don't want to do art challenge or don't want to like you're not mentally ready to get better with like the things you can't draw or whatever, there's always the 6 fan arts challenge out there for you. It's pretty sweet, created by the person that we can't
We
pronounce.
can't read it.
Yeah, we can't pronounce the name and we couldn't read it, but it's worth checking out. It looks like a lot of fun. You just ask people to give you 6 fan arts and then you just pick the ones you like and make your versions of those characters.
Exactly. And I've seen this on DeviantArt as well, so it's
that's
not
awesome.
just limited to
No, I think
Instagram. It's probably everywhere, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think in the lack of anything better to do, I'd say this is the most fun of the challenges that are out there
I think so too.
right now.
And also, just like the community of it. Like we've talked about it before. Just do everything as a community rather than
Exactly.
being like, I don't want to draw anything.
And it's always a good opportunity to jump on these popular hashtags.
I think so. Like,
yeah.
If you're like super Insta crazy and want more like
exposure.
these live hashtags are always the way to go.
Exactly. So try to jump on it as soon as possible.
Because I think like Inktober last year gave me 6,000 new followers.
Yeah.
Or not 4,000. Sorry.
So I mean, it's not that much, but
It's
yeah.
not that much. But it's,
Dude,
it's just a couple.
That's my whole following.
I got
It's
Robert's
insane.
following on one Inktober.
Oh my god.
So,
It's insane.
It is worth investing some time in these.
Super fucking awesome. All right, so that wraps up the tool segment. Let's swooshily swoosh and relax.
Swooshily swoosh. That was exhausting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. The retro.
Retro.
Home retro work.
Yeah, but what does mine say?
Retro.
Dude,
what about mine?
Shepherd heroes.
Yeah, so today we actually stuck to the itinerary or what we said we were gonna do.
Yeah,
even though
we didn't want to. We wanted to deviate and watch something cooler.
But
yeah, the fates fucked us on this
Fate
one. They were
fucked
just
us.
like, no.
No, you're not watching a good movie today. So we watched Dude, Where's My Car?
Mm-hmm.
And it was Dude, Where's My Car?
Dude, where's my
Where's my money back?
Yeah,
No.
where's my time?
Yeah.
Yeah, holy crap. Yeah, this movie, like, we loved it when
Yeah.
it came out. And
I mean, I still kind of loved it today.
no, but the thing is, if it wasn't for nostalgia,
No,
like,
we would hate it.
we would have not liked it as much. And also, we kind of knew it was a shit turd or turd shit.
Something
Yeah,
you
like-
can't polish,
yeah,
that's for
no,
sure.
no, like, it's a poop sandwich.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it is.
out of the box. Like, you know that it's going to suck.
Well, you know,
Just the
how many
opening.
people today like Ashton Kutcher?
I don't know.
How
really,
many
like,
people today know who Sean William Scott is?
I don't know.
Like,
He hasn't done anything like in the past.
no, I think, and this is
Hmm.
so horrible, this was the peak of his career.
Oh, no, but what about Bulletproof Monk and Welcome to the Jungle that's called something else in English?
Ready to rumble.
Ready to Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah,
Something.
something. Yeah, I'd argue they're not like the peak. I'd say that was maybe a steady little float up there.
Yeah, fuck that. This movie,
And
though,
the-
like, it
yeah.
starts off, like, even they failed doing the, like, the end credits and beginning credits.
Mhm.
Even they suck. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it all sucks. Like, there
Like-
is nothing good about this movie except that it's so wrong. Like,
Yeah.
in all the ways. Like, all the jokes are below the belt.
Well,
like, at all times.
It's that typical American humor, when it's very over the top, not to offend anybody.
By
but
the way,
American
did it come
humor.
out before American Pie or not?
Oh shit, that's something that we needed
Where the
to
fuck's
check
my
out.
phone, because I need to know this fact.
Yeah.
So
So
you keep talking about
I keep
it.
talking. Anyways, Dude, Where's My Car? I don't know if any of you people out there have actually seen this, but when it came out, when we saw it, we went to the cinema to see this movie. This was like one of the biggest things that we've ever witnessed on screen when it came out. It hit us right, like the perfect age for that movie. So I fell in love with it straight away. To me, it felt like kind of the relationship me and Elias. Well, we still have that relationship, but just so stupid that it all made sense in a way, and it was just like spot on humor for the time and
The age.
the age.
I think
Yeah,
we were
I'd say-
16 in 2000.
When was it? 2000.
2000. This
Oh yeah.
movie
Oh
came
yeah.
out.
2000. 2001 for us.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
one. So 16,
16,
17.
16, 17.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's when we were most retarded. Yeah.
Apparently.
Yes.
Apparently.
And I mean, seeing it now, because I don't think I've actually seen it that
haven't-
much.
Like I
since-
saw it like that year. I think.
Oh, yeah, we
but
saw
I
it
have not seen
so
it
many times.
after that.
No.
Like I have not watched that movie.
Again,
after
that was
year.
one of those that I just kept
That summer,
watching.
basically.
Exactly. It's just, it was almost like a pre-party. You know, watching
Yeah,
that
yeah.
movie sort of got you into the mood
Mhm.
to party or hang out with friends and be
Yeah,
that
just, like,
stupid
be
in a way.
cheerful and stupid.
Exactly.
basically, yeah.
Exactly.
That's-
So, yeah, just kept
Let's make some bad choices, basically.
Exactly. Like, if Ashton Kutcher can do it, we could do it.
Oh man.
But, oh my God, it was horrible. All right, so
But we did laugh like throughout the,
The whole
thing. But as like when we were kids and watched it, we laughed because we thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Now we laugh at the absurdity of basically every choice in this movie.
yeah, exactly. We didn't actually laugh at the jokes, more
No,
at them or
them,
at the...
or at the people that made it.
Yeah,
Basically, like
exactly. Like-
why would you take those decisions?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
they're so weird.
Yeah. So when did American Pie come out?
The year before.
The year before.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
99 and then 2000.
There you go.
came, Dude, where's
There
my
you go.
car?
So that was like...
Oh,
Sean
shit.
William Scott, like American Pie made him into like a big name.
So this movie
And then, yeah, sorry.
cost $13 million to make.
13.
13 for some reason.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's the intro 3D effect.
Oh yeah. No, you had
like
that.
more than 80% of this money.
You had that animated stripper cat.
And also Chronicle, a good movie,
Mhm.
cost 12,000 or 12
12
million.
million.
12 million to make.
And Deadpool somewhere in
Somewhere
between.
in between, yeah,
Yeah.
like it's around there as well.
So yeah, put that into account and realize how fucking bad this movie is.
Oh man. Yeah, fuck.
Oh, dude, where's my time back? Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it was like it had some jokes that but we knew them beforehand.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the thing, and that's why we laughed. And then there were some jokes that just like they weren't funny, but they were inappropriate, so
That
we
made
laughed.
them funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we laughed because
Exactly.
that would not fly.
No, like
Let-
this movie is not politically correct today.
Yeah, this movie does not like 2000
Yeah,
does not translate well in 2020.
No. For some reason,
It's a fucking time capsule.
2000 was the year when they needed to make fun of Asian people
A lot.
a
Yeah,
lot,
a
or
lot,
Asian
like-
culture,
Yeah.
and women,
And women. Yeah,
and just
a lot
degrade
of,
women.
Wow, yeah,
so,
that was a lot of...
so much,
And Scandinavians.
and Scandies, yeah.
Scandies.
Continuum transfunctional,
Continue transfunctional. And then...
and then
And then... Oh, wow, yeah.
yeah.
Shit. And the
It
acting
hurts.
is... It's...
It is something.
something, yeah. Jennifer Garner almost has it, but
Yeah.
not.
No, this definitely
this?
got her the role in Money Monster,
Yeah.
Money Dollar,
Holy shit, yeah,
Baby.
I remember, yeah.
$1 million baby.
And wasn't she in that other movie?
That other good movie?
No, she was in that show as well, Alias?
Oh yeah, this has got. No, Alias came out before this.
No, the
Isn't
TV series. No, she's older there.
So when did Alias come out? Was that like during the 2000s?
8, 10?
So maybe this was
maybe.
just before that then.
Yeah, maybe. Because she looks so young in this one.
Yeah,
and
she does.
She's so much older and more mature. She also, didn't she star in Daredevil?
Yeah. And Elektra.
Yes, that's...
I haven't seen.
But at least they made their own stunts, as one Ben Affleck said. I was like, maybe that's the problem.
They're married, you know. Like
Oh, I
yeah,
did
Ben
not-
Affleck and
Jennifer Garner.
yeah. Yeah, ever
Oh,
since
shit.
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Yeah, so that was like the one positive out of that thing for them, I
Wow.
guess.
Yeah, for them, yeah. Well, I guess it's not bad on any of us that they found happiness,
Yeah.
but Daredevil?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, come on.
I want to see. I want to see Elektra now. Like, because I don't think I've seen that since.
I have not seen it
Oh, you
at
haven't?
all.
Really?
I haven't even seen all of Daredevil.
What?
Because it was so bad.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, dude, it came on TV and I saw Ben Affleck fighting Elektra on a park bench in the toy thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, like hard pass. And also the trailer with, what's his face? The
Colin
Irish? Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. God damn it.
He's like the one saving grace from the movie because,
Is he really?
well, he's so over the top and hilarious that it just, all the scenes with him are fun to watch. It's still
Okay.
like
Okay,
one of the
maybe-
worst fucking movies ever. It's so
Okay, well-
fucking bad.
So is that next week's homework?
Oh, you
Just
reckon?
like-
Yeah.
Just like,
You want to put yourself through
dude,
that?
like I haven't seen the whole thing.
All
Like,
right,
I
yep.
feel like I'm not
No.
in a position to complain.
No, we could
'Cause-
definitely do that.
Because my soul sort
I,
of like it, like I think that's where I lost like my soul if I had
Yeah.
one to begin with.
Okay. Yeah. No,
Ben Stiller fighting.
we'll do that. I have it on DVD too, special edition.
Ooh.
Of course I do. Yeah, baby.
We did our own stunts. Just like echoes in my head. It's just like why?
We did our own stunts. Yeah.
And then I look like fucking Ben Affleck, like "Hello, darkness, my old friend." They just keep zooming in on my face. That's oh jeez.
Oh, man.
That movie is
Dude, he's
Worse
not
shit.
had the best of careers when it comes to superhero stuff.
no, not at all. And he did like The Town and all those movies, and they're fucking great.
He's proven that he can be like an action dude.
Yeah, like even in Mallrats, he's an asshole and it works, you know,
Yeah.
like but then you have that fucking
Mm-hmm.
superhero
Because
stuff.
he was like, remember Armageddon? Like he was like the cute young action dude in that movie.
Yeah.
And then Pearl Harbor,
Pearl Harbor.
action star.
Yep.
So
Fuck.
he can definitely deliver like on the action part. And then he did that
Which one?
Paycheck. Do you remember that one?
Paycheck.
With
Yeah.
Uma
That's where it
Thurman?
starts sort of with Uma Thurman, yeah.
Yeah.
With the bike. No, not Morgan Freeman. It's
Yeah.
Is it Morgan Freeman?
I
yeah,
think
it is
he's in
Morgan
it.
Freeman. He robs him on the highway on the bike, something leaves him there like it's garbage.
I know they're fighting with sticks and then
Sticks,
it's-
yeah, dude, that's like
It's such- that's also a movie we should watch at some point because I don't remember fuck all from that
Dude,
movie.
if I'm gonna see that, I need a company to sponsor me with a paycheck.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's true.
Like, fuck
Oh, that's
that
actually
shit.
yeah. All right, so that's the demand. If we get a paycheck, we'll watch Paycheck, and we'll do Daredevil next week.
Oh no.
But I will guarantee you guys that I will not be sober watching that movie.
yeah, maybe
I will
like
buy
bunker
drinks.
up on the Coronas
Yes,
there.
yes.
Fuck.
That's the only way I'm gonna make it through that movie, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And also laughing so hard, my eyes are gonna melt, I think.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
already like feeling the sadness. It's like meeting.
Daredevil, my old friend.
You're gonna fight Elektra again. Just
I-
like no.
I'm not sure if it's on Netflix anymore, but it's on Prime. Because I saw that yesterday. Like,
Fucking tickled a lot. Just like pressing air,
so
which sounds like fighting.
if you have Amazon Prime or Prime Video, then you could stream Daredevil on there. I'm pretty sure you could get it.
Wasn't the soundtrack okay though?
Yeah.
I thought that was
Like
at least
decent, at
okay,
least.
decent. Yeah, it has some songs that
I
are
think
okay.
I still have at least one song on my Lift the Pen playlist from the Daredevil soundtrack.
I don't remember any song from that playlist, but I remember like liking all of those
Mhm.
movies, like the soundtracks at least.
But that was
There's
during
some-
the era when we found our sound,
Mhm.
like the new metal
Yeah,
sort of mixed with pop. I don't know,
I don't know
Goo Goo
what they're called.
Dolls and Hooba Stank and
and
all of those.
Evanescence,
Yeah,
all those.
Exactly.
Like,
Evanescence was the song for the movie.
for
I
the
think.
movie, yeah, like
Bring Me Back-
up.
yeah.
Yeah, bring me back to life. Yeah,
Exactly. I think that was for that movie.
And that's how I found 12 Stones, and then
Mhm.
I found and then I found Seether, and then
Train, and
Seether is in
Seether.
it as well.
Seether, yeah.
Seether has an awesome song in that
I'm
one.
assuming Nickelback because
Ah.
Nickelback was everywhere back then.
They were in all the movies.
Yeah.
I'm so high because I'm watching Daredevil.
Cry.
Cry. I'm gonna cry
Then I will die
and bleed from my eyes.
while I eat a pies.
And back to Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, so,
another shitty movie.
None of the people we were talking about just now was in that movie.
In that
so,
movie.
So yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Where's my car?
Like all the jokes are so boring. Like I remember, like, dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude? I thought that was funny.
Yeah, and they
it's
just kept
like,
that going.
Yeah,
and then
you're like,
kept going.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
And it
then,
was-
and then, just, fuck, that was so boring.
dude, it'd be fun to see a remake of Dude, Where's My Car, like for today. And
Yeah,
how would you make that today?
Yeah, and try to make it
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Because I mean, they call them stoner dudes the whole movie.
Yeah, and there's
you
no
don't
stoner.
no, you don't see weed anywhere except the dog. The only
Oh yeah, the
person
dog
or
fucking,
thing
yeah.
in this movie that's high is the fucking dog.
With his pipe,
Yeah,
with the dog.
it's an
Weed pipe,
animatronic dog, so it's not even a real dog.
That's what I'm like. Why did they have animatronics? Like
Animatronics.
nothing in this movie is well done.
No.
Why bother?
I'd assume like most of the budget went to
To
the
animatronics.
Adidas suits. I was gonna say their clothes,
Jesus
but yeah, no,
Christ.
an animatronic dog and then two like animated things.
No, but the ostriches as well. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
real
yeah,
ones
yeah.
Plus the
they're
fake ones.
expensive.
Yeah,
Everybody knows
everybody knows.
ostriches are expensive. Yeah, yeah. No, it's
Holy
insane.
crap! Yeah.
Or just guessing that Austin Powers, I was gonna say, Ashton Kutcher was like, just give me this many $1 million and I'll be in this movie.
But he
And
wasn't
Sean
famous
William.
back then.
No,
This is what made him.
exactly,
I
because he
think.
came from like that '70s show.
Oh shit! But that '70s show wasn't out then, was it?
I'm assuming it was. That was
This
what
is-
that was his first sort of thing.
Maybe that made him famous.
I
Let's see.
think so.
That '70s show. Okay, let's see here. This came out in '98. Yes, that is what made him.
Haha. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
I did not watch that a lot.
No. I watched it
Uh,
like when I skipped school and went home early.
Pretty
you know.
much, yeah.
Oh. What more can we
Says the
say?
Greek
What more can we say about this movie? Really, like for people that haven't seen this movie,
Don't. Yeah.
I'm assuming everybody has heard about this movie.
Just go
'Cause it
back in
was-
time and
yeah.
visit the early 2000s and see how fucking sexist everyone was.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
The whole movie is just
Wow.
so
It's all about sex jokes.
yeah, and
Like aimed towards women more than
and it's
anything.
not like even sex jokes in that way. It's really just degrading women in such a
dude.
horrendous
it's just
way.
garbage, yeah. You laugh out loud at how
Absurd it is.
absurd it is,
Yeah.
yeah.
You got this blind kid like squeezing boobies.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and then you have Ashton Kutcher squeezing boobies, and then you have like everybody's trying to
Everybody-
squeeze boobies.
Yeah, basically that. Like
and
everyone
all the
wants-
girls are like okay with it and laughing it off. It's
weird,
so
yeah.
horrible.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and then
my
the
God.
strippers that pour water on their
Yeah,
breasts.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So a
yeah.
lot of boobs
a lot of that stuff,
and
and it's cool how not cool you are with it. Like nowadays, like
yeah.
when you go back, because usually I have a high tolerance for a lot of things, but society has really put, like some like it has changed us.
this is the good thing about watching this movie that we realize how mature we've become. Yes.
And how we don't like
We don't-
condone that type
exactly.
of behavior
Yeah.
without thinking about it all that much.
Exactly, because I mean now you have a fucking daughter.
Yeah.
You know, that any one of those girls could have been your daughter in the future.
Yay,
Think about that.
thoughts.
Yeah, make it happy thoughts.
Yay, thoughts.
Yeah.
Thank
No, it's
you.
it's so horrible.
Yeah. No, but even without a daughter, I
Yeah.
think it's just like
It's not
common
okay anymore.
sense. Yeah. And
But
this
that makes
movie's
it
a
funny.
lot. Yeah, it did
know?
make it funny though. Like not in the haha boobs, but it's just how absurd. Like the absurdity of it is like recurring
Yeah.
throughout this movie, like all the time. Like huge bitch, and like these alien hot chicks, as they're referred to, grow into this larger hot chick.
Yeah.
And it's, like one of those anime under panty shots.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the kids on this like theme park that they're at is like, "Daddy, I want to ride that ride, Daddy."
And the dad's like, "Me too, son. Me too."
It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting.
Yeah.
And we both like said it at the same time as this guy.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking imprinted.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so wrong.
But we've used so many jokes from this movie our entire lives.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this movie sort of taught us how to use sweet. And
I think that's the takeaway from this movie.
Yeah, that's
Like, sweet,
bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
sweet,
just like-
dude.
But fuck, man.
Yeah, so after seeing it now, I can fairly surely say this will be one of the last times I see this movie.
Yeah. There's no revisiting
I'm
this
kind
movie.
of done with it now. Yes.
Yeah. Just like at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the pile. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
And it is, for anybody that hasn't seen this movie, it's about two idiots trying to remember where the car is.
Yeah. And
So,
it's not. And then there's like aliens and shit.
Yeah.
Basically,
It
has everything you would ever want, except the stoner part.
Yeah, exactly. It's a stoner movie without
The
stoning.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was so weird.
So weird. But yeah, so not really the biggest recommendation unless you're like a group of unmature dudes that just want to, sit and go like,
No, your brain is still like a lot of like mush.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you might enjoy it.
maybe.
Have you seen the one with Sudeikis and Jennifer Aniston when they go like
Meet the Millers? We're the
yeah,
Millers?
yeah, that we're the Millers.
Yeah, we actually just watched it this week, I think, or
I remember
fairly
kind
recently.
of enjoying it.
It's
Like,
awesome.
it's awesome,
It's
right?
one of my favorite comedies.
Because I
now.
think I watched it and I was like, I haven't seen a comedy that was intended to be a comedy,
Mhm.
and I actually thought it was funny.
This-
This isn't
really
the guy with the no regrets or
yeah,
whatever the
yeah,
fuck he
but
has.
he has it on his chest.
Yeah, on his chest. That was it.
And
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, really? No regrets? Not even a single letter because it's misspelled." Yeah, it's genius. Like
But he's so good. He really in that role.
he's perfect.
Yeah.
He
He
really
reminds me of the guy. Like, it's two separate movies, like totally different. But the way that I don't know, like, he is what the guy in The Office is before he gets hypnotized. You know what I mean? Like, before he's like, he takes everything onto him.
Mhm.
Like, and
Have you seen Horrible Bosses?
oh yeah, horrible bosses.
Yeah, because he's sort of the same type of character.
But
in
then
that
you
one
have
too.
Charlie as well from the It's Always Sunny.
They call
Yeah.
me hot. They call me Daisy. That's not my name.
Oh man.
When Charlie does coke, yeah, that's a good scene.
Yeah. Isn't there a second one as well? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's equally good actually.
Okay. Yeah,
Like-
I might watch that.
Yeah, it's all right.
I really like that actor.
yes.
I think he's funny. Super
And
funny.
then he's just sort of disappeared after
Mhm.
with We're the Millers. But that
Yeah, what
one
the
is a
hell?
big recommendation for sure.
Yeah.
And
Because
that's
this movie you should not see.
no,
the one we,
no. So see
like,
We're the
did with-
Millers instead, and
Where the
be happy.
Millers is fun.
And
yeah.
it's on Where the Millers is still on Netflix. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
But just quick new stuff that I've seen before we kind of say goodbye and fuck everybody.
Rapu.
I saw the new Harley Quinn movie. Harley Quinn.
Harlequin.
Yeah. It's not good, but it's not super bad. Like, it's somewhere in between. It's definitely more catered towards women, I think,
Mhm.
without sounding way too like sexist in any way. But it is like overly obviously more harsh on the dudes in the movie. Like,
Mhm.
every guy in the movie feels like really, a dick, like a super
yeah.
fucking asshole, which most men are. But here there's no good guy.
There's no good.
There's
like,
no
yeah.
good guy. No. And
Okay,
every
yeah.
guy that sort of gets hit or hurt gets really hurt. Like, we're talking, they're jumping on the kneecaps, the knees are bending the other way, and he's like sitting there screaming for a longer period of time. They really drag it out and make it hurt. And then you have Ewan McGregor is like the main baddie in the movie.
Yeah.
And he is so disgustingly bad. Like he's really good.
Yeah, like
really,
he
really
plays
good.
evil good. Yeah.
And he's got a great dynamic with his sort of henchman dude, like his number two. And it's a little bit weird, like almost a little bit. Well, not even a little bit. It is very like gay. They feel extremely homo together.
Awesome, yeah.
And it's a very interesting relationship, and they are so horrible people. So it's
so it's like that.
Yeah,
violence.
When and if they get their comeuppance, you're just sort of rooting for them to die as horrible as they can.
But
kind
I
of.
think that's what you want with your bad guys as well. You know, like you want them to be horrible, but then have that little depth to them. That there is a relationship there, and then because some movies, like they have a relationship, but then the one dies and they just keep moving on.
Exactly.
And you're like,
and there's a lot of stuff here because there's obviously more characters than the Harley Quinn character here.
Yeah.
Because it's the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Is the movie.
But I heard that it's very Harley Quinn focused.
It is.
Like, yeah.
It should be more. I think they introduced way too many characters and it became like a little bit too jumbled and stuff. Like
didn't they rename the movie though?
Yeah. So now it's
like
Birds of Prey. And the emancipation of the fantabulous Harley Quinn or something like that.
Because I know they added Harley Quinn to it to make it, because people didn't know what it was.
It is, like, it's the DC version of Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. You have Harley Quinn, like, narrating the whole thing. It's a beat for beat Deadpool. Like, it starts and then it's like,
boring.
Wait a minute, let's rewind a bit. And then if you do it, like, have Deadpool, it's going to be the exact same. Even Sonic the Hedgehog, which is my other recommendation, the exact same thing. It starts and then it's like, wait a minute, let's rewind a bit. So I saw them back to back, and it was like the same.
Oh my
same
god! Just out of the blue, you just like.
And it's such a
different
movie, and it's the exact same build up and everything.
And then you want Pikachu, and it's like, hey, wait.
Yeah,
no, just kidding.
Yeah,
I don't remember what happens in that one.
That happens in that one too. But so yeah, I think actually Sonic is more of a bigger recommendation than the Birds of Prey movie. But I didn't finish Sonic because I fell asleep. But what I saw was actually fun. Like the animation is, it works. But considering that they had to do the last minute change of Sonic and the look of him and all of that stuff, I buy it. And it's a good movie.
I'm gonna watch it with my kids.
Definitely.
Like, I don't really mind. Like
it's definitely because we grew up playing Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
We have more of a nostalgic bond to the character.
That helps, yeah.
And the character is very likable, and you feel for him in this movie. I don't want to spoil anything really, because the less you know about it, I think the more you're gonna enjoy it. And I'd say the same with the Harley Quinn movie. Like without me saying more about it than I already have, I can still recommend it because you can buy it. And it's still cheaper than renting The Invisible Man, for example.
God damn.
Yeah. So renting The Invisible Man, which I still want to see, but you can only rent it, costs
like buying the movie, yeah.
Yeah, 20 crowns more than buying the movie.
Derp.
It's insane.
That is
fucking
so
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's why I bought both Sonic and Birds of Prey, because support the industry and fuck the cheapos. Yeah.
No, but fuck. Yeah, I watched an old classic Wesley Snipes movie. So I watched New Jack City.
Dude, we grew up watching that fucking movie.
I love that. I was listening to Nas in the car, like
visiting some
friends.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, we were visiting friends, and I was like, "Oh, kids, you should listen to this. Like one of the best rappers of all time."
I'd say
and
the
I put
best
on
almost.
some Nas, and then they were like, my son just started laughing. He's like, "Nah."
Did you kick him out of the car?
Yes.
Good.
And they did not like it. It's a bit slower, and there's not a lot happening.
On which album did you listen to? Do you remember?
I will listen to the If I
Illmatic?
Ruled the World.
Oh, so it's
So we listened to the early one, the not Sigmatic, the one after that that's called something. But
Well,
I listened up to, I think.
the Fugees is what you listen to then more, I guess, because it's
No shit. No, I'm
if
sorry.
I Rule the
no,
World
no,
is
that's not the one I mean.
Fugees.
Sorry, not the if I. No. Nas is.
Yeah, no,
I
I,
think
saw,
it's
I saw that you listened to Nas.
No,
like,
no,
that
we
was
did
on
listen
this
to
one.
Nas, and we
but-
went through the albums.
But
But the one we listened to was
Illmatic is the one you should listen to. I think it's
Illmatic is the second one,
because
because Illmatic XX is basically Illmatic without the. But we listened to Illmatic, and then It Was Written. That's the second.
oh,
album.
okay.
And
'Cause-
then we listened to Street Dreams. God damn it,
yeah.
Street Dreams. I made it. But we listened to that one, and then I played the message that I really like from that movie and album, and we just like listened to a couple, and they didn't like them. They're a bit calmer. Even the ones that have like a little more go to them are fairly pulled back.
yeah.
There's not a lot of.
It's more about the lyrics than
It's more about I think you need to understand the lyrics, because he tells a story basically, and it's not like other like bitches and hoes in my toes, like it's just like nonsense.
It is really like a journey. Like
Yeah.
if you listen to it, it's like it is a good it's a story. It's very good.
It is very good, yeah. And but it is a certain mood to it that you need to be in the mind for. But then
Plus-
my wife was like, remember A Boys in the Hood and like New Jack City, and then I was like, and Menace to Society and all those movies you used to watch. And then we decided on watching a New Jack City.
That's so cool.
It was fun though. Like
haven't
it's
seen that in
super
ages.
weird. And I think even Ice-T turns into a white guy for a split second during a stunt, and then back to himself. Like there's like this BMX chase scene.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh no, shit. Not Ice-T. Chris Rock.
Oh shit.
Chris Rock turns into this white guy and then lands, and then
Nice.
yeah. And man, they do. There are some. I think even Wesley Snipes comes in the scene like upside down and knifes someone in the throat and disappears. I was like, that's some ninja shit.
Holy shit.
Like, why would you do this? Like,
Why would you not do this?
yeah, but it's such a wrong movie to do it in. Like that Wesley Snipes comes down from the fucking ceiling.
He Wesley sniped somebody.
You fucking. He's in good shape as well, that motherfucker.
Well,
Like he's basically Blade,
Yeah.
but not crazy. Like the Blade 3.
He was good Blade.
Yeah, he was good Blade. No, but there is a charisma to him there that, even though the movie does some weird shit, it's still a good movie. It was fun. Fun little trip down memory lane.
Yeah. I think that's the only one that I haven't seen in like since we were kids.
Dude, same.
The other
Same.
ones have been easier to find, like Boys in the Hood and all of those.
YouTube. We
Yeah.
fucking watched it
Oh,
on
yeah?
YouTube. Yeah, we rented
Sweet.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, at some point I will have to revisit
Mm-hmm.
all of that.
It is fun to like go back. Like some movies, I just don't feel like watching. Like Boys in the Hood, I don't know. It's just, and it was a good movie. Like it was really good. But I just like I just can't watch like those heavy themed movies. Like I just like I've already seen it. Like there's,
Yeah.
but it is a really good movie. I remember it having like you felt for them, like because Cuba Gooding Jr. is in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He's like the
one of his breaks there, at least that.
Yeah,
were
I think
for
it's
me.
one of his first major roles.
But he was in everything. Remember, he
Yeah.
was in everything.
Still is.
Yeah, I know, but
It's
he's
like
not
B roles here and there. And
now, but then
Yeah.
he got like some major ones.
yeah. Fuck, what did I see him in just now? Like it was something just totally random. Oh yeah. American Horror Story. I just like
What?
when I was sick a couple of
Yeah.
weeks ago, I was like, fuck, maybe I should give it a try. And they only have from season 4 or something on Netflix.
Yeah.
And he was like the main dude. So like he's still doing stuff.
Cool.
Didn't get into it though. Like I love that stuff, but it's so slow.
Yeah, man. Shit, New Jack City is different as well. It's way slower.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, it is an action / drama, but it's still like it's slower. Like it's
Yeah.
not the usual suspect slow, but it's slow. Like you feel the difference. From
It's more
movies
like
today.
a real life.
Yeah,
Well, it's more of a
like
drama
it, but I
in
like
that way,
it.
yeah.
Fuck, that's like what I miss. Because right now everything is like fast paced and shit.
It's like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom,
exactly.
boom, boom.
It's
Movie done.
basically what's keeping you entertained. But I like dialogue, man. It's nice.
Yeah, all for it.
Mm.
Oh yeah, one last thing that I saw. Speaking of retros, Serenity.
Oh shit!
Do you remember that
like,
one?
Yeah, I've never seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No, I know exactly which one it is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember seeing the trailer. I was like,
Oh,
cool,
my
I'll
God.
watch that.
Saw
But
that
that-
on Prime also. That's Josh Whedon, his first movie, I think, after doing Buffy the Vampire Show.
Yeah.
It's it's a B movie for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, definitely.
The computer graphics, or CG, I mean, is
not age well, yeah.
horrendous. But there's like, they have the bad guys in the movie, the Reavers, I think, or Rippers, or something.
Or Rippers.
If they're not called the Rippers, then they should be called the Rippers. They are so fucking scary. They are so insanely scary. Like, this is the first action sci-fi movie where they really go from like fun sort of Indiana Jones type vibe in space
Yeah.
to when it's a scary scene, it's like horror scary. Like you shit yourself.
Yeah, okay, fuck.
Like they are so fucking scary. Had totally forgotten about it. I remember seeing the movie when it came out long ago. So I'd totally forgotten everything about it. It's an okay movie. It's not the best, but lack of any other good sci-fi movies to watch, and you want to rewatch something and laugh a bit, definitely recommend it again. Plus, it's fun to see sort of where Josh Whedon began and where he ended up.
But that one brings me back to like the Eon Flux live action with Charlie
Theron. Yeah.
and also Mila Jovovich, Ultraviolet.
That's another one that I've been meaning to revisit.
I don't
Ultraviolet?
want to. Yeah, I don't want to.
He's got like this purple sword or some shit.
Yeah, and the hair turns,
hair.
shifts color or something. Like I don't remember the sword or something shifts. Color.
Yeah.
Goes ultraviolet.
It feels
basically.
like it's a different version of Aeon Flux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then also I was thinking about what was that movie called with the former Batman guy before he was Batman, I guess.
Metropolis?
No, the one with the shooting.
Equilibrium. Cubic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cubic.
Cubic or
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
Yeah.
Yep.
Depending on country.
The Swedish release was Cubic.
Oh yeah, that was so weird.
But yeah, Equilibrium. Oh my God,
Equilibrium,
that's a good
I
movie.
wonder if it holds up today.
I'm pretty sure it does. I haven't seen it in years.
I've saw it a few years ago. I don't when I say a few and don't remember, it could
It's
be
probably
like
10.
7 years. Yeah.
No, I remember seeing it a couple of years ago, like maybe 2 years ago or so.
Okay. Yeah.
And still liking it.
I really like that they had like some sort of like kata thing
Mm-hmm.
that works like
The gun
the
kata.
gun kata thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun idea. That wouldn't work for shit,
No.
but I like that they sell it.
Yeah. It
And-
works, and
yeah.
it's they make those action scenes work because they do them right and they do them
Yeah.
justice. It's not shaky cam, and it's not
Yeah.
that you get to see all the cool stuff, and it is
Mhm.
more sort of Matrix-esque.
Yeah. But
But
I think I
yeah.
liked because I was never a big fan of the Matrix.
No,
No.
Oh, just because you-
of the martial
yeah.
arts was garbage.
Yeah.
That's why I like Equilibrium more
Mm.
because I don't know, like it felt consistent with the stuff that they were doing
Yeah.
throughout.
yeah.
But the world in the Matrix is a bit more fun. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it
Like,
is.
The Matrix
It's more
had the nicer,
relatable.
yeah, it's also nice. Like the effects when they are not garbage
Mm.
are nice. You know,
Yeah.
like just like when Trinity like points the gun and they have this like the gun is so close.
Yeah.
And she has the sunglasses and everything like the moon.
There's a lot of comic booky type angles and stuff.
exactly that they
Yeah,
do
the
really
foreshortening
well.
stuff.
But the
yeah.
rest is just
Because we did, I think I talked about it in an episode a while back.
You
when-
rewatched
yeah,
it at the cinema,
at this
yeah.
exactly, and yes, like all the Keanu Reeves stuff is horrible, but the what's the other guy's name? Lawrence Fishburne. Like his stuff still looks good.
Okay.
To be honest, like because you have more focus on the Neo character in the movie,
Yeah.
and then you have sort of him to bounce off of. But whenever he does anything, it's filled with like power, and it's not like graceful, cool kung fu. It's very precise, more like just functional instead of pretty.
Yeah.
So when he punches, it's like you can feel it, and he punches stuff that, you know, like he does the knee through the floor thing, and all. When he's flying with the wire works, it still looks good because he's not doing all the advanced flips and all that stupid shit. He just jumps, jumps up and lands hard, like. And when he delivers like a roundhouse kick, he sticks it. You can feel it, like shunk. Yeah. So it was worth rewatching and then trying to look at all the other stuff instead of the main focus thing. Yeah. And I still love The Matrix. Like,
do you know what the best thing that came out of The Matrix was?
Matrix 2.
That short Animatrix movie about the kids that
live
in that find that part, the glitch part of town.
Like the gravity is all fucked. And
I think it's called like something Gravity as well.
I don't remember it.
But it's basically like some kids, street kids, and they're just like they gather at this place that has no gravity.
Don't they like throw in something and then it pops out somewhere else? And
I don't remember, but it was just like it's a great piece of animation. Or it was.
A few of those Animatrix anthology clips.
I remember liking the one with the guy that was running, and his body's like breaking apart, and he just needs to win. So he's just like, everything is.
He breaks through the Matrix through physical
I don't remember,
strength.
But it was just
because that's the thing. Like he breaks his body. But it's the body in the Matrix, so he releases himself. I think. Like
I don't remember. Like I don't remember how it ends. I just remember him running and his body's
it's
breaking.
A powerful clip.
Yeah, I remember it like feeling fast and like.
We should rewatch that.
But
there's a few of those that were really good.
Fuck, I love all those. Like I think the Dante's Inferno collection with the animation is maybe the worst one.
Yeah.
But the Batman one is really good, that collection.
Yeah, Gotham Knight?
Gotham Knight, I think so, yeah. So damn good, especially like 2 or 3 of those. Like
I love the one,
shorts.
if you remember the one when he's training with,
he's in India. Bruce Lee? When he looks like Bruce Lee? Yeah, that is awesome.
Like with the...
But that one is well animated. They've really, like, the hand-to-hand combat shit is very nice.
And it's not over-the-top stuff anyways. Like
it's just martial arts.
Yeah, and it's a couple of goons coming to mess with them, and then he just fights them off pretty much. Yeah. And he's learning how to deal with pain, I think.
Yeah.
That one is really powerful. And shit, I should rewatch that. I haven't seen that in ages.
No, I talked about that in at work, and then I recommended them to watch Batman, Shanghai Batman, I think, and not that garbage that came out, that anime Batman.
Shanghai Batman?
Yeah,
what was that?
It's basically a small animation studio that made this little like sketchy.
The one with Catwoman. Yeah. I remember. Oh, that one is so good.
Magic. It's just sketchy, messy, but it has so much potential. It's like
it's
the
just
movie
a clip, right? Or is it
it's I don't know how long it is, but it's basically you can watch it in one go.
Yeah.
It's like 5 to 7 minutes long.
Oh yeah,
something like that at most, and it has Bane in it. It has like these Chinese versions of Bane, and Bane is pretty much like the Hulk.
Yeah,
and he's so well made. All of these characters, and even Batman and Catwoman.
Very unique style.
Yeah, and this is the movie they should have made instead of that anime 3D-esque
Ninja Batman.
Mm-hmm. Like
it's still on Netflix.
Such a waste of money. Like
I haven't been able to finish it.
No, but I couldn't. Like, dude, I just like suffered through it. It was like, when you want something to be really good and people keep recommending it and I just keep getting angrier. Because it's such a fucking pile of shit.
Yeah.
There is no plot.
No.
Except that he's sent back in time.
And the Joker is too.
And I don't care.
Yeah. No,
it could have been so cool. But the characters are just like...
And I'm not a big fan of that 3D type.
2D style.
2D, 3D, whatever it is.
Same. I really don't think they've done a good job in especially that movie. Where it is like there's this Ghibli type of Ronja Rövardotter as well, the Ronja, and even that one that has that
Oh, you said 3D, 2D, 3D.
Yeah.
No.
I just can't watch it. I just get like it feels uncanny to me. I don't know. Like there's something about that. It feels like someone took like a real person and then painted on top of it.
Yeah.
And then it looks somewhat uncanny. You know,
Yeah, it's
like
just
that
off.
Yeah, like it weird. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So hard pass.
So,
And it's not bad. Like it.
Have you seen Baki, the show?
Can't watch it.
No?
Watch the first episode.
Oh yeah.
I was like, no.
I've seen it like 2-3 times now. I got into it.
Recommended, but I just can't get through the first.
It's a strange show for sure. There's a lot of stuff that I skip, but it still works. I think
Is this the one where he fights a guy in an alley in the first episode, right?
Oh, he fights.
Yeah, I know,
all the
but in
time.
the beginning, and there's an old man there, and there's a exchange of dialogue. That
No,
I can't
that's-
for the life of me remember.
No, that's the other one.
Oh yeah, that
It's
looks
not Baki.
exactly like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
then I have not
that
seen
one, the other one is more 3D, 2D.
Okay.
Whereas
yeah,
Baki is like more
What?
2D,
I
and
didn't
then they
see any 3D
utilize
in
the
that
3D
one.
stuff.
Okay, I don't.
Um,
Okay, it's just like, oh man, there's so many shows
They-
coming out that have that 2D, 3D
Yeah, I know.
thing. I just can't watch any of them.
with Baki, it's fun because it's over the top, violent.
So
So
I
if-
couldn't watch the other one as well with the Mexican kung fu movie.
Oh, you couldn't watch it? No. Well, I enjoyed that one, but I
The
haven't
fights weren't
rewatched
good
it.
enough.
It was like it was refreshing to see something
Mhm.
that was a little bit different than the normal anime stuff.
Mhm.
So that's why I enjoyed that more. But in all fairness, I
Yeah.
enjoy Baki more than that one because of the over-the-top violent stuff, and it's
Okay,
very
yeah.
unique in that way, and that's why I like it. But yeah, it was more just like recommending it for the little use of the 3D, 2D stuff.
Yeah.
They still make it work.
Fuck, anime does not work for me anymore. Like I'm
No,
getting just more and more fed up. It's the same
Exactly.
thing over and over.
Yeah.
Like it just feels
That's
like
why I
they're
got so
milking.
sad with the My Hero Academia.
Yeah, same thing there. Like
Why?
nothing happens for 3 seasons. Basically, there's potential moments.
I loved
you
I
just-
loved the first 3 seasons, but just
I
this
didn't
number
love them.
4.
Like I like
Can't
where
make
it
it.
could have gone,
Yeah.
but then I feel that, like that's why I loved Naruto. Like still, like
Mhm.
Naruto has like it drains you.
I mean,
watching
you
it.
can't start watching that now.
No, you can.
It would never
wa-
work.
Fuck that. But the premise or like the
Yeah,
first season
The idea
Or
of
the- yeah,
Naruto. Yeah.
of that they're little kids and they go through like this training. It could have been so magical, but it
Mhm.
could also just have been 25 episodes.
yeah. It's
You
like
know what I mean?
he starts as a bullied kid and becomes the city's hero.
Yeah. And
Like,
that
just
would have been
that-
enough.
Exactly.
You don't need 700 episodes.
And you
of-
could have had a lot of time jumps to like he goes into training and then he's training for
Yeah, just
these years
make
or
a
whatever.
good plot and
and
then
stuff.
just work with that.
Yeah.
Like I would love to see a Naruto that just like summarizes
Exactly.
a
Give me
lot of that,
give me a
'cause-
3-hour movie, Naruto,
of just,
made really really well.
or just someone take the episodes that are out there,
Mhm.
cut them.
Oh yeah, and
into-
compile it to a 5-hour, 6-hour
Yeah.
thing.
That's all you need.
I'm
from
pretty
that show.
sure that's what it would be. Like if you
I think so.
if you cut it
If
all
you-
down,
Yeah, if you cut it down to a proper
maybe 10 hours, let's say.
yeah,
just
whatever. It still would be more watchable
because it's
than that
almost 1,000 episodes. man.
700 episode
Mhm.
disaster.
It's insane.
And 500 of those episodes are just that war
yeah,
at the end.
yeah.
And it's just like they're basically just throwing big fireballs. Like I don't care if I spoil this show. 'Cause it's basically
That's what
them
it
just
is.
standing on mountaintops or in the air, tossing. Like they're basically just I don't even know what to call it. Like they're
Dragon
bowling.
Balling
Yeah,
it.
they're balling.
Dragon Balling it.
Yeah,
That's what Dragon
back
Ball
and
became
forth.
too.
Oh man,
Like
Dragon Ball
I
started like that. I was like, where are they taking this? Like this.
but
is-
it just escalated to these extremes where it's more like they're throwing planets at each other rather than
rather
like
than actually
fighting.
yeah, and that takes it away from me. That's why I haven't been able to finish games where I'm fighting monsters, because it's just like, and I'm not talking about like how The Witcher does it, because there it makes sense to me. But in games like Ninja Gaiden and games where you're like God of War, where you're fighting these monsters that are just repetitive, like they just keep, like they spawn out of the ground and then you're locked in that area and you have to fight them.
yeah.
It doesn't work for me anymore. Like I
No.
need a reason to fight these people. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
you almost need a story to fight
To fight, yeah.
any type of bad guy.
And that's why I love like Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn. She's fighting for like to find out who she is and what
Yeah.
happened to the world.
Yeah.
And
She doesn't have to fight.
and she does not
no,
have
you can
fight.
sneak by and
most things. Yeah.
And that same with Hitman for me again. Like you have your objective and just need to do it
yeah,
any
and
which
there's
way
a-
you want.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. And that's why I'm looking forward to starting Origins. I also got
I don't know if Origins got the same
No,
as
I-
Odyssey.
Odyssey. Sorry, I
Yeah,
mix them up all the
Because
time.
Odyssey is what I love about it. It still has that like some of the side missions are basically the same, and the dialogue is basically like, "Oh, you want me to kill the wolves? Oh, you want me to kill these mercenaries?" You know, like it's a lot of those. But I think you can skip them if you want. But I'm just doing like a lot of the things that I stumble upon. But then there's like the main story, and there is the secret society, and you have to unveil them, and that is pretty fun.
Cool.
Because yesterday, one of them was at this like big compound, and I had to sneak in. And I've already finished this place, but now it's inhabited by Spartans instead of Athenians.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's this like unveiled sort of person that is like a high priority target, and I just go in there, and I have to find a way to get close to them, and then just.
Nice.
And the nice thing about this one is it doesn't have the same mechanics as Hitman, where
Yeah.
like I have to start over the whole thing since it's an open world.
Yeah.
But and yesterday that one was easy, the first one I got, and then that one made me discover another one. Like you get clues and then you can unveil them.
Oh, yeah.
And the next one that I found is in a fucking open square, and as soon as I tried sort of assassinating them, the whole town is basically after you, and it's like 20 characters chasing you through the city, and you're like parkouring and hiding and trying to like assassinate this person that's guarded by all these characters.
Awesome.
And it's fun. Like
Yeah.
I like that. And I can choose to run away and try again, like when it's calmed down, or just like try to find a way in and try to, like fight them all and kill the person that is just like you can choose. Like it's fine either way.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm really looking forward to installing it like next year sometime when I have finished everything
else. But you won't be able to because Cyberpunk 2077
Yeah, I know.
is coming. So I'm trying to finish all the games that I want to finish.
And also we have Rick and Morty season 4 part 2
I haven't even
coming
seen part
out.
1.
That's good. So wait until the May 3rd is the second release. So
May
they
3rd,
released
yeah.
5 episodes, and then they released the next 5
Why did
now.
they do that? Like that's my problem. I would never watch it. Like I just
Yeah.
like wait 4 years and then watch it. Like
Yeah.
I just can't do that. Like we were talking about that with my wife as well. Like unless I can do it like now, I just can't get back into it.
I think that's why they did it, because before people used to wait a week for each episode, like we did when we were kids,
Yeah.
and that's all disappeared except for the HBO shows.
Yeah, HBO still does that with Westworld.
And I feel like it's not a bad thing, but it doesn't feel like a good thing when you get mad at a show for not being like you don't have the whole season out, and you're like,
oh yeah, I don't
like
really,
what?
Yeah.
What? Do you have to binge every fucking show?
Yeah.
No, like
no,
it's
of
okay
course.
to wait.
No. I
Like-
don't mind how they do it. I
Yeah.
just personally know that it's like basically if I'm doing a project at home where I need to pause all the time to get tools or then I don't want to do it anymore.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
like
I get it.
it's harder and harder to go back to it, because it's like the gym. The gym was a fucking nightmare to work on because every time you try to do something, you could do it, but it would take you like a week. But then you get the tool and you can do it in an hour. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's basically stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's too many setbacks at all times for it to be enjoyable. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Unless you
get it.
enjoy the the problem solving all
Yeah.
the time.
But there is some magic in that process also, like because you do learn a lot of shit. and
Yeah, of
you
course,
feel
of
that
course.
sense of accomplishment when you finally finished it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's that working towards something that's nice.
No, I get it. But I do enjoy it with art,
Yeah,
but I didn't enjoy it with that stuff.
No.
You know what I mean?
yeah. You want it to just be done.
Yeah, I just wanted it to be done. And when it was done, I was like, I don't even care if something is wrong. I'll just, like basically paint over it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like, and that shouldn't be the feeling you have.
No, and I'm pretty much the same. Like we finally have 2 chairs and a table on our balcony now. So
What happened to the bathtub?
the bathtub is still
It's still
there. So that's more of Anna's project because
Okay.
that was her cool idea, and I couldn't really see it like the way
I
she
can't
wanted
see
to do
yeah,
it.
I can't see it.
But no, she's measured it out and
Mhm.
stuff. So I think
No, I think like just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not.
no,
a
no,
cool
no.
idea.
And she's explained how she wants to do it, and I still can't really see it.
Mhm.
So I just told her more like, just do it, like, because I
Yeah,
trust her.
that's-
She has a
yeah, fuck it.
bachelor in like furniture design, so
There you
like
go.
she knows what she's doing. So I trust her with all that. Like
Frame of reference.
for
Yeah.
me, like the main thing was just getting the balcony clean and getting like the floor done, so it feels nice to be out there. And then like chairs, I don't care what they look like as long as I can sit in them. Table, as long as I can put something on top of the table, I am fine.
That's awesome.
We have that now. So I feel like we're done.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I'd like to put up like more stuff on the walls, maybe
Mhm.
just to make it a little bit more pretty. But it's the function is there now. I can be there. It's sunny. I can have my drink. Fantastic.
Awesome.
The rest of the stuff will be later on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Cool.
cool.
I have nothing else.
I got nothing.
Don't watch Dude, Where's My Car?
That's pretty much all we wanted to say with the whole retro.
Mm-hmm.
And next week, stay tuned for Daredevil.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Come on, Daredevil.
Yeah,
It's gonna be great.
it's gonna be so good. Oh yeah, Jon Favreau is in it. Just so you know. There you go.
And that doesn't make it better.
And with that, let's get the fuck out of here. I feel like we've been here way too long already.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that fucking like
Oh, that's
card
scary.
thing. Yeah, that scare exhausted the last energy I didn't have. I
No,
was just like,
exactly.
Ah, jeez.
Today was difficult,
Mm-hmm.
but we made it.
We made it.
Woo! Woo! All right. So yeah, hopefully we can still record next week. We'll see how
Yeah, how the
things evolve.
things evolve. Yeah.
But we will always be here for you guys. So with that said, from us to you, fuck you. Thanks, guys.
Take care.
See you later. Bye-bye.